We're talking again with Dr. Gloria Jean Moore, who is the author of the Anglo-Indian Vision. We are now doing a snapshot of Chapter 2, which is the A Vital Foundation. And we're going to start, Gloria, with why was it so important to grow this community?
Well, it was survival, because if you look at the map of India, this vast continent, it was not Africa when they arrived. This was a place where there were huge, powerful empires. The Mughal Empire in 1600 under Akbar, he was probably the greatest Mughal. He had fabulous wealth, fabulous palaces and forts. He had huge armies. So the British and the Dutch and the Portuguese were tiny little groups of Europeans clinging to the coast. They needed to have their numbers grow just for defense, for survival, but they needed it for many other reasons as well. It has been said the real guru was the Indian wife, and her children followed her. They knew everything about the country. They knew the languages, the customs, they knew the sources of trade and wealth. Certainly the boys manned the armies and the young women graced society. And also they had resistance to the diseases which the country was plagued with. The Europeans died like flies. It was said they were lucky if they lasted 2 monsoons. So they definitely needed these people to grow their numbers, to help them with trade, with diplomacy, with understanding the people, the languages, 101 things. So without a doubt, their trading stations grew and prospered thanks to the injection of this group of people. And certainly in the early days there was little prejudice that we can find in records. Now there was, you know, in more recent times and through that period, there was a lot of talk about blood, about, you know, as if they were discussing horses, about what blood was preferable to what. And let's face it, there was lots of talk about white blood and coloured blood, and no prizes for guessing which was the better one to have. And there's this amusing, hilarious piece of information that I've uncovered, where a Portuguese doctor actually, because the Europeans were so weak in the face of Indian viruses and things, he suggested the complete draining of all European blood from Europeans and the complete transfusion of Indian blood into them. Now, this is hilarious. What would this have done to all these theories about good blood and bad blood, white blood and black blood? So anyway, clearly it didn't happen, but it is amazing that it was ever thought of, you know. So the Vital Foundation were these people, the early people, the young men who swelled the armies, because obviously very soon battles broke out between Indian rulers and these Europeans. So yes, as I say, they were, right to this day, older people from our community, older Anglo-Indians, will say to me, as my parents did, we were a bulwark of the Raj. We were the strength, the foundation, we were the bridge between the rulers and the ruled, and really and truly we made no money out of it. We were not part of the exploiting system that went on. We were people who worked for a living and who had a good life, more or less, in those early years, but we were not colonialists by any means.
Great, thank you very much, Gloria.